The medicine never will cure definitively anything, because as the rest of humanity has arrived to an extraordinary level of whole evolution and an existential enormous knowledge of the life and living being, they have been able to elucidate and to put in evidence infinity of dogmatic concepts deceivingly conceived as certainly ideals. Also, it has come the time in that it has gotten the biggest incredible feats, and all scientists' classes of discoveries as to, very soon, the predestined age of to know the most important revealed information relative to the superior totalitarian existence considerably divine as astronomic, and what both mean for the life and living being, as inclusive to reveal over all the ignored human beings' existential survival objectivity, as also to put in evidence his guess right or mistaken in many concepts of that one. For so right now here, in speak to affect enormous interest of our integral survival culture, also it will be put in evidence the fact that the general artificial medical production, traditionally used as a part in a prepared ideal conception for supposedly to cure the human genre's general illnesses, it has been one of the greatest all-the-time scientific mistakes, because with the satisfactory effect of temporary relief of its never very well-defined quality, deceived so much to the science as common society, and the part of not having up to know well-defined what really are the illnesses, neither it was able to have defined why effective real causes this production has been able in an effective apparent way of supposedly to cure that said, without to know, neither to consider that in fact such an effect was and it is false, and inadvertently contrary to the very deliberate objectivity of legitimate and favorable healing service to the hidden evolution of all and each one of the incipient illnesses. Those which, however, they also ignored, and they continue ignoring, that well and better they were being able to logic and naturally can be cured by means of the already for them also noticed wonderful immunologic system, with which all living being has been in his perfect design superiorly gifted, but whose effective consistency, however, neither they well knew, nor still know, because if this way would be, the immunologic deficiency would not exist in an enfeebled state, already considerably like incurably with such a production, that they even ignore it is of dominant negative energy quality, and while real causes it alleviates, but not really cure, since results absurd, incongruent, illogical, and impossible, that a negative illness can be really cured with more negative residual quality, because its false effect that makes but being joined to the same negative cause in the whole or partial organic proportion, enfeebled crisis and painful cessation, due to the self-regenerative unknown intention precisely made by the immunological wonderful system, the which for the use of negative so concentrated energetic production, it has seen handicapped of well to get, for however, in future consequence, after again to charge the in of one positive power, attempted again or at least to try contain the extensive contagious feeble advance that naturally is cause of more pain and unbalanced stability. For so to make the same thing with concentrated war negative draws, that only they make the same thing that before them molest. And for that reason, perfectly to be justified this way, the hidden words favor the evolution of all illness, that as it was told, in speed to be impossible to cure with that negative medicine, and without carrying its class neither level of greatness, however it should be known, that very possibly they can of natural and logic way to be positively cured, with the fact of reactivating the immunologic system in the most appropriate way, that only it is necessary well to know by means of a wide and very complete information already prepared in relative specific words to each one of the more serious, most common in general suffering illnesses, like, for example, they are AIDS, cancer, diabetes, organic dysfunction, obesity, vicious addiction, etc., and any other of similar or smaller greatness, because the content argument of all in each book is basically very similar to explain that the illnesses are generally caused by the same thing, as equally in a single natural way cured by means of the most adequate, specific, positive, habitual feeding objectively applied, and other also natural, extraordinary results whose associate to the common therapeutic cause endow to the immunologic system with the necessary, essential, energetic, positive power that is from really cures for will to be able to regenerate, extract, replace, and definitively to expulse out of the organism such a decomposed sickness quality in rooted concentrate adherence, provoker of pain, extensive contagion, destruction, and premature death, and for whose public consulting and acquisition of so simple but so words to continuation are exposed the links or unlasting dates.